Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss about the variables in Python. So in our previous videos we have used multiple type of variable, but over this video we are going to see what is variable in Python and how we can use it, when to declare it, and all the details about variable. So Python variable is like a container which stores some value. So let's say if I have to store my age, I'm going to declare a variable age and then I'm going to put my age over there. And now if I print this age, you can see that after running this cell, I am getting 25. So this age is nothing but a variable, and variable is nothing but a container which specifically stores some value. As we all know that Python is not statically typed, which means that we do not need to declare variable before using them, or even we do not need to declare their type. So a variable is created the moment we first assign a value to it. So in memory, this age will get created when we will assign a value which is 25 to it. A Python variable is simply a name given to the memory location. It is the basic unit of storage in a program. So when we develop a program, we need to manage values, and trust me, we need to manage a lot of values. So we have to store values to use them into our program, and that's why we use variable. Variables in Python are the reserved memory location, and it is used to store values within a Python program. This means that we create a variable so that we can reserve some space in memory, and later in our code we can refer to those memory location or variables for either some calculation or to print it. And based on the data type of a variable, Python interpreter allocates memory and decides what can be stored in that reserved memory. So in Python variable, we can store integer, decimal, or characters. So before we start declaring or using the Python variable, we need to understand the naming convention of variables in Python. So to declare the Python variable, we have a certain naming convention in Python. So let's go this convention of naming one by one. So the first is that every Python variable should have a unique name. For example, if I have used age, now for another variable in which, let's say that there are two people, and if I want to store their age, I cannot store their age in the same variable. Like if I have to put age equal to 25 for Atul, and there is another age, let's say for Sandeep, if I'm going to put 26, I cannot do that. Now if I print age, you will see that we will always get 26 as the output, because this is the second line in the program. So when the program starts, age is getting created, and over that age, in that age 25 is stored. Then again we are allocating this 26, or we are declaring age, which is the same variable. Within this age we are putting 26, so that 25 is getting overwritten by this 26 as the age, and then we are getting the age as 26 when we print it. So every variable name should be unique. So if I have to store two different age for two different people, I have to use age 1 and age 2. And now if I print age 1, you will see that we are getting 25. Similarly, if I print age 2, let's say age 2, we will get 25 and 26 based on this print statement. Now the second rule is that a variable name can be meaningful, like country, city, salary, company, age, name, etc. But when I'm saying that a variable name should be meaningful, it means that when you are writing a very long code module, you have to make sure that with the name of the variable, you can understand why you had created that variable and what type of values is getting stored in that. So a variable name can be meaningful, but there are certain rules which should be taken care while naming a Python variable. So a variable name can start with a letter or underscore character. So we can use the variable name or start a variable name with a particular letter from A to Z, okay? Or we can start it with underscore. So let's see an example. If I put age like this equal to 25 and print it, it should work Okay, so it's working. What if I use underscore age is equal to 26, and now if I print this underscore age, it should also work. So you can start a variable name with a letter from A to Z or underscore. The another rule is that a variable name cannot start with a number or any special character like dollar sign or bracket or a percentage sign. So let's see that. If I want to capture two different age for two people, and instead of putting age 1, if I'll put 1 underscore age, 2 underscore age, and I'm gonna put value as 25 and 26. Now if I print 1 underscore age, then you will see that we'll have an error, and this is the error: invalid decimal literal. So let's say if I remove this underscore, simply if I'm putting 1 age, 2 age, again if I run it, you will see that same error, invalid decimal literal. So Python doesn't allow us to start a variable name with a number or any special character. So let's test it out with special character also. If I'm going to put ampersand sign for first age, and if I'm going to put dollar sign for second age, and let's say that I'm going to put this ampersand sign age and I'm printing it, if I run this again, I'm getting this invalid decimal literal. Okay, so instead of this ampersand sign, let's put star. Okay, star again. So you have an error. So if I remove this, let's test this star age 25. Okay, syntax error: start assignment target must be a list or tuple. So you cannot start a variable name with any special character or with a number. The next rule is that a variable name can only contain alphanumeric character and underscore. So you can have your variable name like this, age underscore 1, or you can put age 2, but you cannot put any special character after this age also. So let's say if I'm going to put age dollar sign equal to 25, and if I print this age dollar sign, you will see that we have the invalid syntax. Okay, so the next rule is that Python variable names are case sensitive, which means that if you have given a variable name as this name where n is capital, let's say I'm putting Atul over here, and I'm giving another variable with the same value name, but over here n is in a smaller case, and if I'll put Anand over here, now if I print this name and if I print this first name, you will see that we have two different values. Okay, let me remove this double quote. Basically it acted as a string. So now when I run this cell, you will see that the name where the n is a smaller case, we have Anand. That's why Anand is printing over here. In the second print statement, we have name where n is capital or in uppercase, where the value is Atul. You can see that Atul is getting printed over here. Okay, now just to recap, I'm just gonna show you a little more example of invalid Python variable names. Okay, so let's say if I'm going to start it by a numeric value, let's say if 1 age, it's not gonna work. If I'm going to use any special character and then give the name of variable, it's not gonna work. Similarly, if I'm going to put any reserve keyword for our variable name, so for example, there is a reserve keyword def which basically helps us to define a function. So if I'm going to put def and then if I try to put def as a variable name, let me comment it out over here, and I'm putting the value 25, and if I'm going to print def, you will see that we'll have an error over here which says invalid syntax. So you cannot use any reserved keyword for your variable name. So throughout this video we have seen how we can declare variable names, how we can use it, and what all we should not do while declaring the variable. Happy learning and see you in the next video.